Shalom, shalom. This is your brother Yael Ezra Ben Levi coming at you again with another quick video. I want to ask, how can you be one with the Creator? What does it mean to be one with Him? Now, a famous Israelite said in the Bible, in the New Testament, in referring to God, he said, I and the Father is one, or the Father and I is one. Now, many take that statement to mean that he was declaring himself to be God himself, that he was declaring that he was equal with God. Now we see, according to the story, that those that heard him got upset because they said, you being a man, make yourself God. Here's the thing. Is that what he meant when he said it? Now, I knew how they took it, but now we must ask ourselves, is that what he meant by saying it? Because many of you that follow me, you know my story. I was a former Christian. I was 20 years plus in the ministry. I was an ordained minister within the church. Actually, I was an ordained apostle within the church. Now, my many years of being a Christian, it was nothing for us to say we're one with God, or to say we're one with Christ, because at the time I believe that Christ was God in the flesh. So we knew saying that, we were not saying that we are actually Jesus himself, or actually the Father himself, referring to Jehovah, who is God, who is the Holy One of Israel. So with that understanding, we have to understand, what is it to be one with God? What does it mean? I want to share with you what I believe it means. Now, by me sharing this, does this mean that what I'm sharing is true without a doubt? There's a possibility I could be wrong, and I could deal with that. But being one with God is being on one accord with God. Being one with God is submission to God, obedience to God, walking according to his righteous path, carrying out the mandate that he has put upon us. Being one with God means you only worship the one God that you say you are one with. Being one with God means you exalt his name and his name alone. You do not couple another name with his name, because there's no name higher than his name. The name of the Creator, his name is higher. There is no other name higher than the name of the Creator. So I believe when Yeshua said that I and the Father is one, he was not declaring that he is God himself. He was declaring that he came to do the will of God, that he was on one accord with God. And many people get in an outrage when he calls Jehovah his Father. We as Israelites can call Jehovah our Father, because it is declared in the scriptures that he is our Father. So the language that Yeshua used is not crazy talk. because we actually can use it ourselves, and we see it where people have used it. It's just for some reason when people look at Yeshua, they make it mean something more than what it actually is. When I was a Christian, they showed me verses that prove the deity of Jesus, of Yeshua. And they took me to this one here. He said right here, I and the Father is one. And you see how they reacted? It's because this proves right here he's God. That does not prove he was God. That proved how they took what he said wrong. And I believe even today, we are still misunderstanding what he is saying. Because you have to understand, if you're going to use the words of Yeshua to prove your point, then what's wrong with the other words of Yeshua? When he said in John chapter 20, verse 17, that he said, I go to the Father. I go to my God and your God, to my Father and your Father. So how can Yeshua be saying that he is the Father and that he is God if he has a God he's going to? If he says, I'm going back to the Father. And then we want to twist all that up to say it means something else and don't want to take it for what he said. But then go somewhere else and say, oh no, he meant that there this way, and can't understand that he might have meant something else. So back again, what is it to be one with God? Can we actually be one with God? Think about that. Are you one with God? Or are you just saying it because it's a cute catchphrase for us to have? Think about that. Peace.